슬플 때 웃는 건 조커입니다. 악함 수용소로 가십시오.
그런가? 일단 찾아야 될 건 찾아야 되니까 오스카는 어쩔 수 없고. 어? 누가 있다.
Not exactly welcoming. I'd better find a way to the refuge. Thanks, but no thanks.
광고 등반.
How nice.
자, 여기가 지금 여기고.
The refuge must have been a popular
스키.
destination for vacationers.
여기가 지금 스위스 왼쪽이니까 프랑스 아닌가?
No one here. Hardly surprising.
도찰하기. 오스카는 잘 지내길까?
It's so beautiful, so calm. But what am I doing here? Well, they say bad things come in threes. First mother's death,
사면법.
then poor Katusha, and
어머니가
now
돌아가시.
Oscar. I can't
카츄샤도
believe
죽었고
I've lost him again.
오스카까지
Am I doomed or what?
사면범 당해가지고.
Thank goodness I've still got the girl in the painting. Something to hang my hopes on. But maybe I'm just kidding myself. And why me? Why not Katusha? Why did she have to die? It's like this painting has chosen me. Ah, it's a beautiful place. Don't know what I expect to find here, though. Yet somehow it feels right. Can't say why.
사이베리아요? 네, 고전
I mean,
어드벤처
why
게임
am I so sure this
수속장
mountain
맞습니다.
refuge has anything to do with the painting? Maybe I'm just a hopeless optimist or a lost dreamer. I guess there's only one way to find out.
이렇게 잠깐 중간 정리 한번 해줬고요. 가자. 등산할 때 이렇게 초반부터 이렇게 빨리 달리는 사람들
Murdoch was right.
중간에
It's quite
가다가
a
이제
walk to
쓰러져
the
있다.
refuge. Well, I guess the sooner I head out, the sooner I get there.
빨리 산 정상 올라가겠다고 이렇게 종종 걸음으로 가려고 하다가 이제 지쳐갖고 중간 중턱쯤에서 아 이러면서 경험담이냐고요? 그렇습니다.
Bit too close to the edge, if you ask me. I should find a safer spot. Wow, what a fantastic view. I should try and find a better spot to admire it from.
어우. 저기 산에 산장 같은 게 하나 있네. 여기 눈 덮인 산 쪽에. 저기까지 가야 되는 건가? 목소리가 할머니 같은 게 아니고 고생을 많이 한 겁니다. 개고생을 하고 살았거든요, 주인공이.
I better be careful here. Too many fallen trees and wobbly rocks for my liking. What the hell was that?
뭐지 방금? 맞아. 원래 나이 먹어도 예쁘고 잘생기면 누나고 형이고 그런 거야. 아줌마 아저씨가 아니고.
Hiking tips? Thanks, but I think I'm starting to get the hang of it.
등산 팁. 경로를 계획하고 어떤 루트를 선택했는지 다른 사람에게 알리세요. 체력과 날씨 상황에 따라 계획된 루트를 따르세요. 짧은 루트라도 날씨와 눈사태 경보에 주의를 기울이세요. 적절한 장비를 챙겨 자신과 남들을 도우세요. 안전한 루트를 선택하세요. 지도와 나침반을 사용하세요. 중도 포기는 부끄러운 일이 아닙니다. 힘들거나 지쳤을 땐 체력을 아끼고 대피소를 찾으세요. 언제나 근처에 대피소가 있는지 확인하세요. 다른 등산객에게 인사하세요. 현지인처럼 인사하고 싶다면 스위스어로 그로에치, 독일어로는 구텐탁, 프랑스어로는 몽주르, 이탈리아어로는 본조르노라고 하세요. 등산 지역에 맞는 언어로 인사할 수 있습니다. 아이 시원하다. 3편까지 있던 거 아니냐고요? 아닌데요. 3편 없는데요. 조용히 하세요. 네. 2편 다음에 바로 4편 나왔습니다. 굉장히 머니까 적당히 스킵해주는 거 봐. 굿굿. 좀 많이 말아먹었죠, 3편.
Well, that was one heck of a walk.
근데 4편은 이게 맞나 싶을 정도로 굉장히 차이가 크네요.
Oh, come on.
신기하네.
A
어떻게 이럴 수가
ladder
있지?
now? Okay, let's just do this.
4편. 어허 3편입니다. 조심해주세요.
가죽 바지는
Pretty sure there must be another way. Oh,
가죽 바지는 되게 불편하지 않나? 우리가 좋으니까 괜찮다고. 오케이 굿굿.
finally. Oh,
저기 뭐 있다.
that must provide energy to the refuge.
이런 데서 살인 사건이 일어났다고? 김전일이야? 띵걸음 할 수 있어요. 뛸 수 있습니다. 뛸 수 있는데 이제 여유롭게 걷고 있는 모습을 보여주고 있는 거고.
I've seen that before. That must be it.
아, 그림에 같은 위치인가? 거의 비슷한 위치긴 한 것 같은데.
Okay, let's see if I can find a match with the painting now.
대피소는 보통 주인이 상주하고 있진 않을 텐데. 한 번씩 와가지고 정비하고 그러는 거 아닌가?
That's not specific enough to draw any solid conclusions.
뾰족한 꼭대기.
Those sharp peaks. They look
요건 거의
exactly
뭐
the same.
완벽하게 똑같은 수준. 하늘은 좀 에반 것 같은데.
Beautiful sky in either case. But that's not enough.
이걸로는 좀 에반 것 같고. 하트 모양 암벽. 하트 모양 암벽은 안 보이는 것 같은데.
That rock wall.
아니,
It
저기
can't be a
있네. 저게
coincidence.
하트 모양인가? 뭐가 하트지? 뭐가 하트 모양인 거지? 뭘 모르겠는데.
Just what I was looking for. Perfect.
한 사람만 보이는 하트야?
Wow. Hardly changed
누구
at
뒤에
all.
왔어. 누구세요?
Breathtaking, isn't it, Fräulein?
Beautiful.
It is called the Silberspiegel, our local pride.
Judging from my painting, it wasn't that different 60 years ago. Ma'am, is everything all right?
Yes. It's just that you look very much like the person in the picture, Fräulein.
뭐지? 뭔가 반응이.
So, you do know her then, don't you?
설마 다나 엄마인가?
Can't say I don't.
다나 엄마도 안경
But
썼던
it
것
was a
같은데.
very long time ago.
Actually, I've come a very long way to find out about her. I would really like to know who she is, or was. It's very important to me, you see?
And why is that, Fräulein?
I
죽은
made
카주사와
a
약속을
promise to
했지.
a friend who happened to save my life before losing her own.
I see. By the way, what is your name?
지금 케이트 엄마
어.
말고 다나
Walker.
엄마일
Kate
수도
Walker.
있지 않을까?
I am Lenny Renner.
레니
Nice
레너야?
to meet you, Frau Lenny.
Demoiselle, my
다나
dear.
레너
My
아니었나?
legs never did manage to get me to church in time.
Oh, Demoiselle Lenny.
엄마
Well,
다나
Fräulein
엄마
Walker,
맞는 거 아닌가?
1937, you say? Ah, that was before the war, when I could still run like
다나
the
로즈인가?
fall wind. Father was the manager in those days.
지금까지 살아 있을 리가 없다고. 왜? 오래 살 수도 있지. 100세 넘게 살 수도 있는데.
It was one summer evening that the whole story of your painting began. I remember it like it was yesterday. A group of scientists were staying at the refuge to prepare for an expedition to some faraway place in the east. They were being trained by a local alpinist who was to guide them. His name was Leon Kubatis. Oh, handsome as a Greek god he was, and an Olympic champion no less, very popular with the ladies. And he was lovely to me. Would give me a wink and a
화신으로
smile whenever I
넘어오면서
served him his
잠시 그런 것
beer.
같아.
Thank you, Demoiselle
오딘
Lenny,
같은 게
he
아닐까?
would say. In French, if you please. Made me feel like a proper little madam. But then Frau Junta would always shoo me away.
Frau Junta?
Must have been in her mid-20s. But of course, to me, she was an old hag. Past it. And I didn't like the way she bossed my Leon around with that camera of hers. The refuge was buzzing. Everyone was jolly, and the scientists were there, debating as usual about this and that. A cheerful bunch, really, despite their disputes. Except, that is, for one. Frank Hoss was his name. Preferred his own company. Though I could see, even with my young eyes, he was devious as the devil.
But what about the girl in the picture?
Well, she was there that evening too. She had come to work through the summer.
같이
Her name
일했던
was
사람이구나.
Dana Rose. Ah, she was as cute as a button and well-mannered with it. Even father was sweet as a lamb to her.
Take care of the scientist drinks, then go around taking orders. And have a look at the stove while you're at it.
Yes, Herr Gustav.
Will you be alright now, Dana? It's the first busy night since you started, so just ask if there's anything you need to know. Alright, my lovely?
Thank you, Herr Gustav. I'd be grateful if you could give me a few pointers.
Oh, there's not much to it, really. Keep up your smile and the twinkle in your eye. Add that to a bit of friendly banter, and you'll soon have them eating out of your hand, my girl.
But what should I talk about?
그런 외모로 해주면 다 잘 대해주는 거
For a
아니야?
start, people love to speak about themselves,
그렇겠지?
right? Make sure you have an escape line ready, in case they drag on, or if things become inappropriate. Especially when they've had one or two too many. So stay on your guard and you'll be fine.
Smile, banter, guard up. Got it.
That's it. Because you don't want old Gustav having to wade in and pull you out of trouble. You hear me, Dana?
Don't worry, Herr Gustav. I'll be fine.
Off you trot then, my lovely. Keep smiling, and you'll have them carrying your tray for you.
I need to serve those drinks to the scientists.
슈피체 하나, 슈피체 비르네 레벨 2, 레벨 2잔 슈피체 플러스 비르네 이거 섞은 거 하나, 슈피체 하나. 신규 열심히 일하기.
I should go on the other side of the counter. Those drinks won't get served by themselves. Those paintings. I think Herr Gustav wanted me to help him choose the one he should buy. He must have left me a note somewhere.
어디 보자. 등산가 레오는 자기 그로 날 속여 먹을 거야. 벽에 걸면 좋을까? 당신 아버지는 그림을 팔기도 하니까 그림을 좀 골라줬으면 좋겠어요.
I should take a closer look at those paintings before choosing one.
폭포, 구름. 뭐가 좋을 것 같죠? 두 번째 거? 한별 같은 건 모르겠는데. 폭포 풀어 갈까?
I think I'll pick this one.
폭포.
There's no one to serve upstairs. And besides, there's still much to do down here. I don't want to let Herr Gustav down.
No, we can do better.
이슈.
Lenny, sweetheart,
Crikey, you nearly made me jump out of my skin.
what have you got
레인이었구나.
there?
Oh, it's a camera lens, that's all.
A camera lens.
Yeah? Borrowed it from Frau Junta?
Who is this Frau Junta anyway?
Ginger Junta, over there.
She married?
Oh no, too old to marry now. She's way past 20, you know.
어?
That's
아,
why
하긴
she likes
옛날이니까
Leon.
20살을
Because he's
훌쩍
young
넘겨.
and handsome.
Lenny?
And she never lets me have a go of her gear anyway. I only wanted to help her film
아,
something.
훔쳤냐 그래서?
I bet she's jealous.
Lenny, what's so special about Frau Junta's equipment that makes you want to steal it?
Borrow it.
다들 그렇게 얘기하더라고. 빌린 거라고.
Can't you see? Who
다들
would be
그러더라고.
interested in Ginger Junta if she didn't have a camera, huh? She's too old for Leon. She uses it so she can be the center of attention, you know.
Is that what you want?
No, not exactly. Besides, there's nothing to do here.
I do understand, Lenny, but
No, you don't. Feels like a prison here sometimes, all on my own. When I grow up, I'll live at the top of a building in the big city, and I'll have a swimming pool on my roof.
believe me, I do understand, Lenny. Because of my coughing fits, I've sometimes had to stay in my room for weeks on end. Imagine that, nothing to see but the same four walls.
Oh, right. Must have been pretty tough, I guess.
That's why I took up the piano. Do you like doing anything special, Lenny?
I suppose I like making stuff with Papa. He's got ever such clever hands, you know. But he's always so busy in the summer.
Let's be friends then, shall we?
You won't tell on me then?
Not now that we're friends.
You promise?
I promise.
Come on, Leon. Show me your energy, your youth. Oh dear, you look more like my old Aunt Helga.
저기 뭐 있다.
Another creation of Herr Gustav. I guess he won't mind if I take a quick look. Madonna laces.
슈.
The Silberspiegel. The heart-shaped rock face that gave its name to the refuge. According to Herr Gustav,
난
only
왜
the most
아무리 봐도
seasoned
하트가 왜 안
alpinists can climb
보이지?
it.
하트가 어딨다는 거지? 모르겠는데.
The highest peak in the region.
악마의 꼭대기.
Little Lenny said that it's the keeper of the border with Switzerland, and that it's supposed to feed on the souls of those who have been swept away by the mountain. This path leads to
악마의
Switzerland. One needs to be guided by an alpinist to go through it, though.
지용.
The Devil Pass starts here. The end of the road for an inexperienced
산
hiker
좀
like me,
타봤다
I
하는
guess.
사람들이나 갈 법한 그런 좀 험난한 길인가 보고.
A bit more to the side, darling, please.
여기서 막 사진 찍고 있다. 그러게요. 그림은 누가 그려줬을까?
Better not interrupt them. That Frau Junta wasn't exactly friendly earlier with Lenny. So glad Herr Gustav likes me to play for the clients. This way at least I won't get rusty. I should go on the other side of the counter. Those drinks won't get served by themselves. I need to add more wood in the fire. Looks like there's something wrong with the airflow.
일단 나무를 집어넣어야 된다. 나무 여기 있다. 이렇게 집어넣고
It's not enough. I need to feed the fire more.
쪽가대. 나무 더 없냐? 공기 맞아. 막혔다고 했었지.
Looks all good to me.
괜찮아 보여?
This mechanism controls the air intake, if I remember correctly. Herr Gustav didn't have time to fix it.
다른 곳은?
Impossible. No. That one is loose.
아, 이게 좀 느슨하구나. 됐나?
That should fit pretty much anywhere on the stove.
오케이. 이렇게 막 뽑아도 되는 건가?
Looks all good to me. Better try another one.
이러다가 갑자기 스토브 터지고 그러는 거 아니지?
The airflow seems right now, but I think the fire is too weak.
불씨가 너무 약하대.
It's not enough. I need to feed the fire more.
나무가 좀 더 필요한가 그러면? 해올게.
It's not enough. I need to feed the fire more.
해올 만한 게 또 어딨지? 이 위에.
Wow, I've never seen a stove like this. It must be one of Herr Gustav's inventions that everyone talks
에어
about down in
펌프로 바람
Vagen.
넣자고? 에어 펌프 어디 있어? 있어?
Looks all good to me. Better try another one. I can't see any other logs near the stove. I'd better look somewhere else.
딴 데서 찾아야겠다. 가자. 바로 옆에 있어. 갖고 가.
Perfectly dry.
딱 저 안쪽만 프레임이 떨어지고 조금 거기서 좀만 벗어나도 프레임이 원래대로 돌아오는 것 같아. 지금 이거 할 때도 멀쩡하게 되는 거고 딱 저기 보이는 부분만 그런 것 같아. 됐다.
That's it. I'm done here.
한 잔. 쭉. 그 다음 한 잔.
So this is the Spitze.
반 잔 어떻게 채우지?
Birne, huh?
일단 레벨 2잔 있었으니까 믹스가 하나 필요한데.
The keg's empty.
뭐야?
I need to change it.
이런 제 얘기를 할 레벨 B였어. 있다. 됐다.
That should be it.
그냥 해도
Let's
되는구만.
serve these gentlemen now.
한 잔 한 잔 섞어갖고 한 잔을 만든다. 천재.
No, we'll have to go higher, I'm telling you. But my point is that it's highly improbable that any primate will be able to survive so high up, let alone thrive.
And if they were thriving, we wouldn't be looking for them, would we? I say they've taken to the higher ground, and they only come down to steal livestock and game.
Look out, chaps.
Gentlemen, your drinks.
Ah, good on you, lassie. Horst, make yourself useful and pass these
맞아.
around.
한둘 죽는 정도는
First day,
힐링 게임의 범주에 들어가지.
Better make a wish then.
그 정도는 먹으지.
All right, I will. I wish you would tell me what all those maps are for.
Ah, that I can grant you. They show all the different locations of an expedition we're planning.
I see you haven't come just for the view then.
Oh no, Fraulein. We're only here for the beer and a pretty smile. That's our trainer out there. Supposed to knock this scraggly lot into shape for the big climb in Baltayar.
그렇군. 정신 차려.
Right.
정신 차려.
And what's that one of, if you don't mind me asking?
That is Baltayar, a remote region in the mountains of northern China. That's where I'll be leading my team in a couple of weeks.
And what's this expedition for?
Well, keep it to yourself, but the code name is Origin. And
오리진이라고?
if I have my way, it will likely change the way we perceive humanity.
거기서 갑자기 오리진이 나온다.
And what about you, gentlemen?
Well, let me introduce you to my dream team. Horst Sauer, talented anthropologist and frequent but worthy pain in
인류학자.
the ass to your mother. Rudolf Jäger, distinguished ethnologist. And last but not least, Albert Bauer.
Paleontologist.
아, 고생물학자야?
And yourself?
Reinhard Berger, biologist.
As Herr Berger says, we're here to train for the Origin expedition.
In return for funding for our own projects back home.
And for the love of science, eh, Horst?
Oh, yes, of course, Herr Berger. I'm sure none of us would be here otherwise, would we?
And what about you, my lovely?
Oh, I'm Dana. I'm working here during the holidays, that's all. I'm curious to know what this
안
origin
알려줘.
expedition is all
바로
about,
컷.
though. If it's
혈벽
not top
쳐버리기.
secret, that is.
Put it this way, Fraulein Dinah. If, when we discover what we're looking for, you will no doubt remember this conversation as your claim to fame. You will tell your grandchildren that you served the Origin team. The
그래?
team that
근데
discovered
그런 얘기가
none
없었던 거 보면
other than
얘들
the
조졌나
missing
봐.
link of the superior race of humans, the Australopithecus habilis, the direct ancestor of Homo sapiens. Or, more vulgarly put, the abominable snowman.
설인?
Oh, I see. Now I get why it's called Origin.
Whatever we find, whatever we call it, it's likely to send shockwaves all through the world of anthropology. It will help us to explain how we evolved from Australopithecus to modern man, and then became...
He's off again. Get him started on anthropology and he's like a bolted horse. I don't think Fraulein Dinah wants you to clobber her with your explanations, Horst.
화제를 돌리자.
I might only be a waitress, but actually I find it quite interesting.
Well, Fräulein, the Origin expedition could lead us to a totally new series of studies, or even reveal a new mode of tribal organization,
제가 안
or
돌려줬다고?
a micro-society, by the discovery of a specimen that may well have played a major role in the evolution of modern man.
Come, gentlemen, here's to the Brown Shadow for generously sponsoring this expedition, which is sure to
얘들은
redefine
브라운
our
섀도우 밑에서
understanding of
일하고 있었구나.
mankind.
Oh, I see we're fraternizing with the personnel, gentlemen.
Just giving a toast to our generous sponsor, Herr Hertz.
May I remind you that this mission, financed
Ah,
by my
it-
party, is
비밀이었나
confidential.
봐.
Do you know what that means, Dr. Berger?
Yes, Herr Hertz.
It means,
지금
gentlemen, it is
1977년인가
strictly
그래요, 지금
forbidden
여기가.
to communicate any details or objectives to anyone outside our circle, let alone to the first waitress to come by twinkling her eyelashes. Fraulein, as soon as you're done here, I suggest you get back to your chores.
What a brute.
That is one of the inconveniences of working with a heavily politicized private sponsor. But he's just doing his job. And I suppose, like anything else in life, there has to be some compromise to get what one desires.
광산 지역 아니냐 혹시? 그럴지도.
Think nothing of it,
봐야겠죠?
Fraulein. It is the
거리가 좀
way of
많이 멀긴
science.
한데
Indeed,
일단
it is the way of the world.
연결돼 있는 건가? 모르겠다. 바로
The way of the world, Herr Berger? I'm sorry, but in case you do not know, let me tell you what members of the Brown Shadow do to Vagarans like
바로
me.
급발진 간다.
They smash windows. They assault innocent people for no reason at all. They are fascists and criminals, Herr Berger. With all due respect, don't you feel ashamed to be associated with such tyrants?
다 안 마셨는데 하고 갖고 가는 거 없어.
I would be careful when expressing such extreme accusations, Fraulein. There are always overzealous members of any party, always have been. And even so, we are not politicians. We do not claim to save humanity. Our job is to explain how it came about. Why, if the scientific community had to hold progress at every political crossroads,
이래서
then
과학자 놈들은
humanity would never have advanced any further than Homo erectus.
Dana! Dana! Chop chop! This isn't a French parlor, my girl.
Yes, Herr Gustav. I'd better go. Thank you, gentlemen. I've done all that Herr Gustav told me to do. I'd better go and tell him.
분위기 완전 조져버리기.
All right.
Fine. No more orders and everyone's served.
That's the go. Now listen, Dana. I know, you know, the Brown Shadow is dangerous, right? So for heaven's sake,
keep your feelings to yourself. And refrain from answering Herr Berger back like you did, eh? The brown shadow is not something you can just chit-chat about.
낙지 같은 거.
But
Look, it's not safe. And it will only come back and bite you. Mark my words, Dana. Especially in today's climate.
I only...
Dana, I know. Just be careful. No one wants problems with fascists. You get my drift? And may I remind you that I warned you earlier when you asked me for advice. So I'll tell you one last time. Don't get drawn in. Do you hear me, Dana? So, young lady, you're still off to the academy in the fall, are you not? What you waiting for, then? Get back to your practicing and play us a nice tune while you're at it.
피아노 쳐달래.
All right then, I will. Thank you, Herr Gustav.
Play something melodious this time. It'll make a nice change from the military pieces some of the patrons have been requesting of late.
피아노 치러 간다. 아, 예. 다나는 피아니스트예요. 젓가락 행진곡 못 참지.
Well, Herr Gustav did a pretty good job repairing that key I broke yesterday.
키. 이런 것까지 조작을 해야 되냐고요? 이런 걸 조작을 하니까 정통 어드벤처 게임인 겁니다. 이게 연주단 왜 없냐고요? 그건 비싸거든요. 이런 대피소에 오토마톤 넣을 정도로 돈이 넘쳐나진 않을 거라고. 알바생이 이런 피아노를? 그치만 단기 알바로 돈 벌러 온 거니까. 이것이 예체능의 힘이다. 얘도 들었다.
Leon, what are you doing? I want to catch the light.
필요 없어. 피아노 들어갈 거야. 얘가 그림 그려주는 것 같은데, 그지? 이 녀석이, 그죠? 서윗. 대놓고 작업하는 것도. 혹시 저 녀석 이탈리아 사람일 수도 있어. 방면에서 뚫어져라 쳐다보고 있어. 너무 무섭다. 부담돼서 연주 제대로 못할 것 같은데. 맞아. 부담스럽긴 해도 그 중앙 광장에서 피아노 연주할 정도의 암력을 가졌기 때문에 이 정도는 뭐 괜찮다고 생각합니다. 뭐지? 방황.
Oh, gosh, I hope I haven't.
Bravo! Bravo! Bravo!
짝짝짝. 팁 주세요, 팁.
Bravo. Bravo.
목소리 보소. 목소리까지.
Clap! How can you clap? Oh, so you like the noise, do you? Do you? Well, you should be ashamed! Ashamed, I say! To applaud the music of a treacherous Polish separatist! Rebel rousing! It's this kind of rebel rousing that puts the poison of Marxist Bulgarian ideology in the minds of honest people!
낙지가 또.
And those who partake in its
복수비
vulgarization
다천님
are
천원
accessory to treason!
You are drunk.
연주는 다 나가 있는데 팁은 내가
Out
받아.
of my way,
굿.
boy!
건드리지도 않았는데 진원이 부서졌어.
Come, Fraulein. Best clear off until the dust settles.
질투.
You should have seen me then, Fräulein Walker.
갑자기
I was so young and eager to witness whatever could
피아노
happen
연주
between
시도해보기
Dana
있다.
and Leon.
간다.
I needed to know, to be included, one way or another.
Oh, Lenny, why don't you leave the piano to those who actually know how to play it, huh?
못 치겠대.
What's the point? I can never compete with Dana.
포기했어.
Lenny, don't. Give them some space, would you?
나가지도 말래. 엿볼 기회를 노리라는데 어떻게 노리지?
Go up to your room, Lenny.
위에서 보자. 자, 확인해 볼까? 뭐 하고 있는가?
You all right? Yeah, I thought so.
It's just that if I had retaliated, I would have lost my job, you know? Believe me, I came this close to not being able to pay for my studies at the academy after the holidays.
Forget it. He was blind drunk. Won't even remember it come tomorrow. All Gustav could see
맞아.
wasn't your fault. Besides, you didn't see him after your performance. Ecstatic he was.
There are more and more people like that brute. They don't even bother to hide their hatred anymore.
다나
It's
잘못은
like
아니니까.
they've been given a mission, or perhaps I should say permission, to abuse people like me, as if Vagarans had suddenly become the scourge of society. And we're powerless to act because if we did, we'd lose our home. My parents, they've become a bundle of nerves. They can't sleep at night. Only last week, our shop window got smashed again, and our neighbors, they couldn't care less, and neither could the authorities. What's wrong? Did my rant frighten you?
Well,
낙지와
yes, it did.
낙지와 유대인 같은 관계라고
not you,
보면
Fraulein.
되지 않나?
But what you said about the fascists. You've put my own suspicions into words.
여기 낙지가 이제
Because what you said about
낙지가
the
아니고
brown
이제
shadow is true. and
브라운
that's what
섀도우거든요.
worries me. I used to think they were just a bunch of cranks in their ridiculous uniforms. But now I can see these lunatics really are serious. Deadly serious.
But you did know who was behind the Origin expedition.
Never gave it much thought, to be honest. Only met Huss and the scientists today. For me, they were no different from any other group I've trained. If I'd have known that, I'd have had second thoughts.
뭐 설마
Actually, do you know what?
산에다가 묻어버리려는 거 아니지?
I'm going to
아야.
stop training them.
Can you do that?
It's still a free country, right? So after a few weeks' notice, I'll be off the hook.
몇 주 후에
At least
몇 주 동안 개 열심히
I
훈련해
could
주는
spend
거
some
아니야?
here with you, painting.
But I don't paint.
No, you play. I paint,
아
That's
맞네
my
얘가
passion.
그려준 게 맞나 본데.
and you can be my muse.
Is that what you say to all the girls?
No, never.
벌써 이
Hello,
녀석들.
you two lovebirds.
다행이다.
Everyone's going to bed, so you better come back inside or you'll catch cold, or worse.
And that's how Dana pipped everyone at the post.
막판에 치워내버렸다.
It only took one look for Leon to fall head over heels in love with her. And it didn't take much for Dana to fall for him. Love at first sight, you
지탄을
might
웃고
say.
있다.
The whole
예,
band
할머니가
stayed at the
이제 엿봤던
chalet all
레나
summer long.
더라고요.
Then I suppose everyone went their own sweet way.
Did you ever see any of them again?
Oh, no.
What about Dana and Leon?
They too went their own ways, I guess. And that, Fräulein Walker, is all there is to it.
그러면 뭔가 남기고 간 거 있나?
Do you know if she's still alive?
Can't be sure, but I doubt it. It was a lifetime ago, Fräulein Walker.
Where do you think she might be if she were?
No idea. Things went from bad to worse after that summer. Not to mention half the town was razed during the war.
Did Dana leave anything here? Any documents or anything that might help me find
뭐라도
where
없나?
she went?
Not that I know of. But I suppose there might be in Father's old coffer.
금고에
Must still be in the loft. Junta bought it from him that summer, so she could use it to store her precious filming gear. She was supposed to come back for it, but she never did. If there is anything that can help you, it will be in there. So feel free to look around the refuge by yourself if you like, even though I don't think anyone managed to open the coffer since Junta left.
Thank you, Demoiselle Lenny. Thank you so much.
금고 찾기.
That must be the piano Dana played on the night she met Leon. The night Lenny told me about.
저 피아노 안 열라고 그냥 위에다가 화분까지 얹어놨네. 안에 누가 한 명 있었네?
Ah, I see I'm not the only one stuck here. Pull up a seat and together we can moan about being stuck here.
Thank you, but I have things to do.
I hope you can stay until this evening at least.
아들인가?
In London they have the changing of the guard. Here we get the changing of the colors. I guarantee it's worth the wait. English?
American, actually.
미국인이요.
Oh, seeing as you've come so far, then.
아, 얘 그냥 여행 다니는가
It's
보구나.
nicer to be stranded in good company. From Belgium myself, on a world climbing tour.
Stranded?
Didn't you know? They've closed the Teufelskragen. That's the path they call the Devil's Pass.
So that's what all the fuss is about.
All down to climate change.
You mean the thaw, right?
Made the path too dangerous to climb and apparently resulted in a morbid discovery.
Oh?
Bodies of resistance fighters, killed while leading refugees to Switzerland. Frozen solid.
Resistance fighters? You mean frozen since the Second World War?
That's what the paper says.
Is that what the tent's for?
It's a temporary chapel of rest that the rescue team made while waiting for the bodies to be airlifted out.
I see. I guess there's no reason to disrespect the departed, even after all these years.
I only hope all this sudden interest from excavationists puts an end to the stupid rumors that a strange creature haunts the Silberspiegel.
설인?
Otherwise, you can be sure as soon as the old lady pops her clogs, this place will become run over by those infernal tourists.
I've had some experience with fantastic fauna myself. But what do you make of the so-called strange creature that roams the mountain?
Just another local fairy tale to pull in the tourists, if you ask me.
설인이야 뭐
It lives in prehistoric
굉장히
caves.
흔한 설화니까.
And that it's responsible for people going missing. Ooh. Some even say that the mysterious cries you can hear on some nights are the creature calling for a mate. In other words, the usual twaddle you normally get in remote or uncharted places like the high mountain or the deep sea. Twaddle passed down from generation to generation through sheer ignorance.
Right. Thanks for cluing me in. Anyway, I better get back to what I was doing.
아무튼 감사합니다.
You are welcome, Fräulein.
여행을 여기저기 많이 다니는 아저씨라 그런지
A mechanical stove. Seen better days. Another object with the look of the Vorarlberg workshop.
야 이게 1937년에도 돌아가고 있었는데 아직도 유지보수를 잘 한 건가?
Lenny's father must have made this stair lift to help her get up and down the stairs. Must have taken him many hours. It's touching when you think about it. Lenny's father must have made this stair lift to help her get up and down the stairs. Must have taken him many hours. It's touching when you think about it.
편하게 올라갈 수 있게. 어디 보자. 다락방이 어디 있을까요? 소설책이 있네.
An old book? The Magic
먼지가
Mountain
많구만.
by Thomas Mann? Funny. My grandparents left me a copy before they died when I was a kid. I should get around to reading it someday.
저 최신 기술 아닙니다. 저 1937년에도 있었던 오래된 기술입니다.
Dormitories. I wonder how many people stop at the refuge these days. This must be Lenny's room. Photos of the refuge. Looks like they're arranged by time period.
시간 순으로.
There are no photos of the occupation of Vaughan by the Brown Shadow. I guess that corresponds to when Lenny and her father had to leave the refuge.
1946년으로 넘어왔구나.
These
38년에.
date from before the war. There's
전쟁
even one from
나고는
the
이제
summer when Dad went
에피소드에서
to the
나갔다가
refuge.
나중에 다시 왔나 보네.
All these photos go up to the 80s,
80년대.
including my date of birth.
요거는
This
2000년대인가?
series ends at 2002, 3 years ago, when I began my journey with Oscar and Hans's train.
그 오스카 이제 없죠? 도망갔죠? 본능을 못 이겨서 그만.
That's pretty impressive. Obviously helps Lenny get up and about.
오스카는 프리야.
Keep your servant also from willful sins. May they not rule over me. Then I will be blameless, innocent of great transgression. Sweet.
뭘? 다락방이 어디 있을까요?
I guess there must be an access to the attic from the first floor.
여기인가? 이곳인가?
Austere. It's cold in here. Somebody's been smoking. A client, maybe? Unless
여기
Lenny
그냥
likes to
창고인가 봐.
sneak a smoke. So that's the painting Dana told Lenny's father to buy. Not bad.
폭폭. 여기에
And
있네.
similar in style to my painting. Wonder what the others were like. There.
아,
But
춥다.
who could have left it open?
창문 닫고. 누가 담배 핀다고 창문 열어놨었나 봐.
Looks like a storage room.
누가 있나? 없나? 와, 거미줄. 여긴 거의 청소조차 하지 않고 있네. 다락방 일로 가는 게 아닌가?
I guess there must be an access to the
1층에서 가야 되나? 오토마톤이 알아서 청소를 한다거나 그럴 순 없는 걸까?
Reminds me of Hans's automatons in Val-de-Laine.
다락방 찾아요. 그런 건 안 보이는 것 같은데. 어디로 가야 되지? 요 안으로 들어가야 되는 건가? 근데 여기 어떻게 들어가지?
Dormitories. I wonder how many people stop at the refuge these days.
잠깐. 어? 저거 혹시 다락방 뭐 땡기는 저런 건가? 아. 뭔진 모르죠. 일단 가진다.
Take-up reel. Like the ones used on old cinema projectors.
일단 갖고 간다. 바로 챙겨버리기. 도둑. 보랄버그 제조회사 1945년. 아, 이거 전쟁 중에 레니가 다쳐갖고 다리를 못 쓰게 됐나 본데. 그럼 보랄버그 제조회사는 귀하의 요청을 기꺼이 받아들입니다. 동봉된 문서는 산악대 피스 전체를 레니 씨의 장애에 맞게 재건설하는 계획서이니 확인해 주십시오.
Don't want to break my neck, thank you very much. This must be Yunta's coffer, the one Lenny spoke about.
요거구만. 어디 보자. 안 움직여. 그래서 움직이지 않아. 뭔가 더 있어야 되나? 여기 뭐 있다. 묘하게 안 맞는 것 같은 그림들인데 중간중간에. 퍼즐요? 퍼즐 어드벤처 게임에 퍼즐은 뗄래야 뗄 수 없는 거 아닙니까? 그러니까 여러분이 머리를 열심히 쓰셔야 합니다. 이걸 뭔가 돌릴 수 있어야 될 것 같은데. 아! 이렇게인가? 이렇게인 것 같지? 됐다. 오케이. 한쪽은 열렸어. 여기 반대편도 해야 되는데. 요거 자체를 어떻게 바꿀 수 있는 게 없는 건가? 몇 개만 끼우는 거 아니요? 비슷해 보이는 것만? 그럴지도. 됐다.
Amazing. Now it shows the view from the terrace.
코드를 모르는데? 코드. 이건 아니고. 숫자가 있었다고? 어디? 어디 숫자가 있었지? 금고에? 숫자? 왼쪽 원판 자물쇠? 아, 뭐 여기에 여기에 막 이렇게 돼 있는 거? 맞아? 그냥 얼룩 아니야?
The painting on the top of Yunta's coffer reminds me of the view from the terrace.
테라스의 풍경을 떠올리게 한다. 가보자. 1945 뭐 그런 거 아니에요? 모르겠는데.
Maintaining the refuge must be a huge job. As tough as Lenny is, I hope she has some help when she needs it.
이게 말이야. 혼자 있기 이제 힘들 텐데.
I have to put in a coin. Typical.
써. 아, 63도 이런 식으로 나오는 거를 실버슈피겔.
That's the fabled Silberspiegel. Oh, I wish I had time to watch it change color.
다 찍어가지고 비슷한 거 체크해보면 되지. 다 찍어.
So that's what they call the Devil's Pass. Incredible.
싱후의 수 메타 간다.
The bodies of the resistance fighters that the alpinist mentioned must be inside. Gives me the creeps just thinking about it.
다 찍었나? 찍은 건가? 위치 좌표 같은 거 아닐까 싶은데 잘 모르겠네.
I should try to use some coordinates from the spot.
봐봐. 망원경의 공통점을 써먹을 수 있을까요? 아마 맞겠죠? 여기랑 여기. 실바 슈피겔이 72도 072 악마의 통로가 108 072 108 그렇지. 필름이다.
Vaughan Refuge, 1937.
다나가 이랬을 시절.
Yunta's films, taken during the summer Dana worked here. This one says Lenny, director. So I guess Lenny did get to make her film after all.
오. 와 있군.
A film developing company. They probably developed Yunta's films and sent them back once they were done. No doubt Yunta must have written this. Summer 1937. The year Dana worked here. Let's see. I filled my last diary last night. Ordered another one, but still waiting for supplies to be delivered to the refuge. Using an old envelope in the meantime. Today invited Dana for a chat after her shift.
좋았어. 열고 말았다.
I'd like to know what Leon sees in her. I've never seen him so smitten. Thanks for popping up, Dana. How did the shift go?
Fine, same as usual.
Just finishing up here, then I'll make us a nice cup of tea.
Wow, that looks futuristic. What is it?
Ah, that little baby is my viewer. That's why it goes in the coffer.
What does it do?
I use it to put together and edit the rushes.
The what?
Rushes. In other words, the strips of unedited footage. I've finished today's selection, so be a dear and put it in the coffer, would you?
I would if I knew how.
Oh, just turn the key in the lock.
2005년에 케이트가 찾아낸 문서에 묘사된 내용을 토대로 과거에 있었던 사건을 다시 체험할 수 있습니다. 다나가 과거에 얻어낸 정보를 토대로 케이트의 사건을 진행하세요. LB를 누르면 케이트와 다나를 교대할 수 있습니다. 와, 이젠 교대해가면서 하는 거야?
The coffer is right there, darling.
컴퓨터 같이 생겼다. 윤타의 열쇠.
The key Yunta asked me to hide.
Dana, be a darling and put the key somewhere safe. You can't be too careful with these mountain people, especially with that little Lenny sniffing around my equipment all the time.
숨기자.
Where do you normally put it?
I have a little hiding place over there.
모르는 척 해주자.
Is this where you want me to put the key?
Yes, there's a dear.
It's a handy hiding place. Who made it?
Oh, Herr Gustav. He knows only too well that some customers have their little secrets, you know.
Yunta's key should be safe in there.
여기다가 이렇게 숨겨갖고
Just need to finish preparing for the
숨겨놓고.
filming tomorrow. Then we can chat away to our heart's content. If you could just fetch me a
평소에
new
내가
roll
아니라고.
of film from the
무슨
dark room,
말씀이십니까?
then we're done.
다나는 피아노 한 번 치고 바로 남자 하나 잡았는데 레니는 짝사랑하다가 다나 때문에 조졌는데 말이야. 그 정도는 해줄 수 있지.
Get away.
쥐다 쥐.
Yunta's coffer key.
여기다가 하는 거였던 것 같은데.
I'll need a key to open it.
어이?
Where can I find the combination for the mechanism?
그림 잠금 장치의 조합을 찾.
Did you take this picture?
Of course.
And Herr Hurst? What's he doing with the Origin expedition?
Unfortunately, all scientific expeditions sponsored by the Brown Shadow come with a chaperone like him. There to make sure their funds are used as they see fit. In other words, that there is no divergence with regards to their ideology.
How did you get to film them training?
Oh, it was a commission. Lucky, really. Right place, right time kind of thing. Of course, I jumped at the chance because it meant I could film Leon in action at last.
How did you and Leon get together? I mean, how did you...
We're just friends, if that's what you want to know.
뒤는? 뒤엔 뭐가 없군. 저거는 그림 잠금 장치는 어디서
Herr
봐야 될까?
Gustav's radio. Looks like he customized it, probably to compensate for the wave disturbance due to the mountains.
물어봐야 되나? 혹시 그림 잠금 장치 어떻게 해요? 그럼
Darn it. The end of Yunta's notes. Impossible to know what happened next. But maybe I can figure out how to open the coffer from what I've read.
뭔가 더 찾아야 되나?
Did you take the photos of the athletes? You're not often lonely then.
Well, look
찢겼나요?
at our sweet
오타다
little
오타.
waitress. Doesn't she have a saucy mind? It's called art, dear. My work aims to explore every facet of youth and the vitality of bodies.
I bet it does.
예, 뭐라고요? 당한 뭔가 사진을 모르겠네. 무슨 사진 찍으신다고요?
That's a lot of equipment you have there. If you don't mind my asking, how do you manage to pay for it all?
Oh, that's easy, especially when you know a few generous patrons of the arts, dear.
Yunta chose the combination.
얘는 뭐지? 아, 여기 인화. 이런데 막 들어오면 안 되는데. 막 들어오면 사진
I love your
망가지는 거 아닌가?
photos.
Ah, well, they each represent an element of mountain wildlife and flora I've photographed recently. I used them as a sort of checklist.
A checklist, huh?
체크리스트? 염소, 꽃, 산, 숲. 됐다. 아, 컴퓨터. 밑에 뭐가 있다. 아, 이렇게 넣는 건가? 그래서 이렇게 싹 해서 다시 내리고 상호작용을 하면 오. 아, 찍지 마시라고요. 아, 연습 중이라고요. 나가세요. 이게 또 표정 어색한 거 봐. 쟤는 안 오네. 포커스 나간다. 그래서 등산할 수 있겠어? 등산 훈련 중이야, 훈련 중. 좀 굉장히 좀 험한 산이어가지고 훈련을 받고 간다고 했거든요. 거의 뭐 둘이 그냥 아주 청춘 드라마 찍고 앉았네. 야, 찍지 마! 찍지 말라고. 이렇게 안에 4명이 토론을 하고 있는데 밖에 방금 둘이 있었거든요. 방금 창문 밖에 2명 있는 게 보였던 것 같아. 아, 여기서 이제 그림을 그려주는구나. 그림 그릴 땐 가만히 있어줘야지 그래도. 잘생기고 몸 좋고 그림을 잘 그린다고? 눈꼴 시럽다고?
Interesting footage.
I'm sure there's more for me to do here. I'm sure there's more for me to do here.
뭔가 더 남았나 봐.
I've already seen this reel.
근데 이거 다시 챙겨야 되나? 아 맞아. 다른 것도 하나 있었지. 이것도 나오지. 이건 뭐냐? 내가 움직일 수 있다. 레니 씨의 필름을 보기. 아, 뭐지? 분위기 장난 아닌데? 공포는 언제 나오냐고요? 그런 게임 아니거든요. 원 게임이냐고요? 어드벤처 게임입니다. 이미 사람은 몇 명 죽었거든요. 주인공 엄마도 죽었고 카츄샤도 죽었고. 움직일 수 있다. 아, 이런 흑백 필름 분위기. 아유 너무나 좋고. 뭐야? 이거 레니가 하고 있었던 거였어. 둘이 싸우는데?
Lenny didn't say she filmed a fight between Dana and Leon. I'd better go back and see her to find out about it.
싸웠어. 왜 싸웠을까? 옷은 왜 제대로 입고 있지 않았을까? 그건 난 모른다. 그런 걸지도. 훈련 그만둔다고 해놓고 그냥 계속 훈련한 걸 수도 있지.
Demoiselle Lenny, I saw the film you shot of Dana and Leon.
So Junta kept it. She got so cross when she discovered I'd rummaged through her stuff. She most certainly had secrets of her own, that one.
훔친 건 자기가
I
훔쳐놓고.
know it was ages ago, but can you recall what happened between Dana and Leon that day?
You do like flogging a dead horse, don't you, Fräulein? But as you please. Since Junta never let me use her camera, I decided not to ask her anymore. Like that, she couldn't say no, could she? And that's when I heard them arguing.
How could you agree to this, Leon? How could you?
I told you I had no choice. The local guide for Baltair
맞네.
can't do it anymore. He got injured.
Why don't you just refuse then? It's their stupid expedition, not yours.
Look, Dana, I didn't want to tell you, but...
But what?
Frank Huss, that brute from the other night. He's the one that made the call here. In other words, he's taking revenge by sending me to the other side of the world with the Origin expedition. And he said that if I refused, something might happen. Not just to me, but to you as well.
What do you mean?
You know what I
야.
mean. You're a
내가
Vigarian,
다
so are
보고
your
있잖아.
parents, right? Well, Huss says it won't be long before the Brown Shadow is in power, and he made it clear that something was brewing, and that you and your parents would be first on the list.
What list?
I don't know, but it can't be good. Then he said that other Vigarians would follow.
Dear God.
Dana, darling, the world's gone crazy. Promise me you'll be very careful. It will be all right if you just watch yourself and what you say. I've asked Junta to stand by you just in case. It won't be long, darling. Half a school year at the music academy. I'll be home for Christmas. Promise. Oh, come here now, my pretty Edelweiss.
이 녀석들.
Don't call me that. You know I don't like it.
It's true, though. That's exactly where you are, my pretty Edelweiss.
If you keep that up, Leon Kobatis, I'll find you a nickname too.
Go on then.
All right.
얼씨구. 고산진의 그림쟁이 녀석.
Your nickname will be Highland Painter from now on.
Not sure my Veganese artist friends will like it, but why not?
이제 해가 뜨고
Beautiful, isn't it?
해가 뜨고 있는데
I could stay here forever.
옷을 저렇게 입고 있다. 이 그지 같은 놈들.
There, Fräulein Walker. That is all I have to say. I hope this time you have what you need to continue on your journey.
Thank you, Demoiselle Lenny.
그럼 이제
But
아카데미
there is
쪽으로
just
가봐야
one
되는
more
건가?
thing. You mentioned a music academy. They must have ledgers and archives. Maybe I'll be able to find out whether Dana left an address there.
Well, it hasn't moved. It's still in Vargan. Go to the musicians district. It's right next to the musical square.
아, 뮤지컬 스퀘어 옆쪽에
That's
있대.
all I can tell you. So if you don't mind, Fräulein.
Thank you. Then that's where I'll continue my search.
Is it really worth your while to keep looking for Dana? Is it not just another pipe dream, Fräulein? I get the impression there have been others.
I prefer to look at it as a calling. Besides, I don't have much choice. Thanks to you, she's a part of me now.
As you wish. I hope you find what you are looking for.
고맙습니다.
Thank you. Again. I've got everything I need from here, I guess. Best get back to the guest house. Get some rest. I'll go to the music academy first thing in the morning.
아, 이쪽은 이제 등산하러 가는 길.
That must be the notice the alpinist at the refuge spoke about. It prohibits access to Devil's Pass due to the bodies of the
저항군
resistance
병사들의
fighters found on the ice.
발굴 작업이 진행 중입니다. 전작을 차치하더라도 일단 굉장히 잘 만들어진 어드벤처 게임입니다. 지금 이번 작품은 오랜만에 굉장히 웰메이드 어드벤처 게임을 하는 것 같군요.
I found her, my sweet Katusha. The girl in the painting. Her name is Dana. Dana Rose.
That's nice, Kate. Real nice.
깜짝이야.
I'm gonna find out who she was, just like I promised you.
살인 사건 언제
Nothing more than a good
일어났냐고요?
old
이미 초반에
adventure to
일어났습니다.
forget your grief, I guess. You should go, Kate.
머리
Or
왜
you're gonna
저러냐고요?
miss the
아,
train.
둘이 카츄샤랑 만났던 곳이 저거거든요. 소금 광산에서 강제 노역하고 있었거든. 잡혀가가지고.
There will always be a
그래갖고 머리
train.
밀렸었어. 노예 독입니다. 그래서 그 소금 캐다가 벽이 부서졌는데 거기에 이제 빠져나가는 길이 있었거든요. 그래서 둘이 빠져나가려고 하다가 좀 너무 인기적돼갖고 간수가 와서 총 쏴버려갖고 카츄사가 죽었어. 저 뒤에 누굴까? 뒤에 혹시 저 남자 혹시 고산지대 그림쟁이는 아니겠지? 다나랑 닮았으니까 혹시 다나가 되돌아온 줄 알고 그러는 건가? 아, 눌러줍시다. 자, 이제 다시 도시로 돌아간다. 도착했군요. 일단 게스트하우스로 가서 잠을 자러 가야겠다.
Oh, gosh. What a day.
혹시 오스카?
I hope Oscar's okay.
아니요.
Wherever he is. I'm not abandoning him. I just need to find him.
버린 거 아니래. 오스카 찾긴 찾아야 되는데 근데. 이게 팩트라니 무슨 말씀이십니까? 오스카
Closed. It's late.
버린 게 아니고 지가 도망간 거거든요. 그 기계 몸체 본능을 자기가 이겨내지를 못해갖고 알아서 도망가 버린 거거든요. 메일함 좀 볼까?
There must be 3 years worth of emails I haven't read here. Better do some cleaning up.
Ah, that's better.
다 지워버린 거 아니야? 매일 다 지워버린 거 같은데. 너무하고.
No results about Dana. She probably never got famous.
그렇군. 레니 레너. 저항군 베테랑 병사에 대한 진심 어린 헌사. 실버시피겔 대피소 매니저 가장 존경받는 저항군 병사였던 레니 레너 씨가 행사에 부참사를 밝힌 것이다. 윤타는?
Huh. Yunta. Demoiselle Lenny told me a lot about her. But was she some kind of spy?
초기에 그녀는 브라운 섀도우와 협력해 여러 편의 영화를 제작한 혐의로 기소되었으나 나중에 연합군, 특히 영국 비밀기관의 일원이었던 것이 밝혀졌다. 스파이였구나. 사망 기록. 사라 워커. 소식을 전할 수 있도록 일주일 연기됐지만 아직까지 뉴욕으로 가지 않는 우리 케이트 워커. 한때 소련 젊은이들 아이돌이었던 카트리나 스피리도노바가 실종된 것을 알렸다. 카츄샤라고도 알려진 신동이던 그녀는 소련 합체도에 있다. 기성 질서에 반대하는 투쟁에 참석하기 시작했던 것이다. 이런 상황에서 카츄샤가 며칠 전 콘서트를 마치고 밴드 소유의 밴으로 시골길을 달리다 실종된 건 미스터리한 일일 것이다. 차량의 잔해는 강의 바닥에서 발견되었다. 밴드 멤버는 죽었다고 살해당했다고 주장. 뭐 결과론적으로는 살해당한 건 맞지, 그지? 간수한테 총 맞아서 죽었으니까.
Nothing relevant. The expedition mustn't have led to any major breakthrough, I
탐사대가
guess.
실적이 없었던 거 보면은 조졌다. 바겐 음악 아카데미. 19세기 초반에 설립돼서 수세대에 걸쳐 저명한 음악가, 피아니스트들을 많이 배출했다. 아, 1938년에 브라운 섀도가 오스터서를 합병하고 박인이 확장됨에 따라 브라운 섀도는 아카데미를 최고 사령부로 사용하기 시작했다. 방음 연습실을 감옥과 신문실 용도로 사용했대. 야, 겨우 이렇게 다시 살아난 다음에 다시 음악교습의 전당으로 되돌아올 수 있었다. 아카데미는 최근 퇴보의 길을 걷고 있습니다. 지난 20년간 학생 수가 크게 줄어듦에 따라 아카데미는 최근 도산 직전에 있음을 발표했습니다. 의회는 아카데미를 폐쇄하는 결정을 내리고 오토마톤 오케스트라를 컴퓨터화해 스케줄에 맞춰 자동적으로 공연을 하기에 관광객을 끌 수 있도록 계획했습니다. 이 결정은 도시 유산 옹호자들의 큰 항의를 불러일으켰으며 여러 항소를 제기했습니다. 이 항소는 모두 거부되었습니다. 브라운 섀도우. 정신장애인 대량 학살로 7만 8만 명의 희생자가 발생했다. 로마인에 대한 대량 학살은 공식적으로 등록된 희생자 수만 20만에서 24만 명에 달한다. 그러나 최근 발견에 의하면 이 수는 50만 명에 달할 것으로 추정된다. 중부 유럽의 특정 지역에서는 베거랑이라는 이명이 붙은 유태인에 대한 대량 학살로 약 600만 명이 사망했다. 아이언 타이거. 알테이아. 러시아 중서의 중앙아시아부터. 바겐. 오스터서. 인구가 150만 명에 이르는 것으로 추정된다. 바겐의 베거랑 희생자는 10만 명 이상으로 추정된다. 그래서 굉장히 많이 죽었군요.
The more I discover about Dana, the more I get the feeling I'm only scratching the surface of Vagan's history.
자러 가자. 꿀잠 때리러 간다. 오스트리아 느낌이요. 딱 그런 쪽 느낌인 것 같아, 그죠? 잠옷. 와우. 눈 감자마자 바로 꿀잠 아니었고요. 돌아올 뻔. 베개 너무 높으면 목에 안 좋지 않나? 점 레이저로 못 빼냐고요? 자동 인형으로 뽑을 수 있지 않을까? 어린 시절이구만.
Is that you, Katie?
Yes, Mom! I mean, who else can it be?
그러니까 말이야. 다른 사람이겠냐고.
Oh, hello, Munchkin.
Hey, Mom.
등산이요? 등산 이제 거기서 이제 찾을 거는 다 찾아본 거 아닌가?
You forgot your music box.
Be careful with that, please, Munchkin.
이제 나중에 어디서 쓸 때가 있을지도, 그죠? 바로
You
멜로디.
just love it.
You've always liked it, ever since you were little.
Will you give it to me when I'm big?
Maybe, if you're a good girl, when I get old.
So when will that be then?
Later, Katie.
아, 난다요.
But when?
In a very, very long time, I guess. When I'll be gone.
아, 꿈이었다. 편지. 머선 편지인가?
Dear Kate, wherever you are now,
아,
despite the sad
편지구나.
news it contains, I hope this letter reaches you in time.
Oh, give it a rest, Olivia.
Dear Kate, wherever you are now, despite the sad news it contains, I hope this letter reaches you in time.
Oh, give it a rest, Olivia.
계속 머리에서 떠나지 않는구만.
Ah, what the hell? You want me to call you Olivia? Fine. I've survived worse criticism.
올리비아한테 전화하기 전에
Shouldn't
자아
put it
성찰을
off.
하자고.
I better call Olivia while I have the courage.
자아 성찰 간다.
I shouldn't put it off. I better call Olivia while I have the courage.
자아 성찰의 시간을 가져야 한다. 근데 맨발로 다니네.
Who do you think you are, Olivia Foster? It's easy to judge and lecture me from New York. You know nothing about what I've gone through, of what I've had to endure since leaving Hans.
분노. 자아 성찰 안 해도 될 것 같은데? 가면서 알아서 성찰하고 있는 거 아니야?
Looks like I'm not the only one who can't sleep tonight.
원래 불멍하면서 자아 성찰 해줘야 되는 거 아닌가?
This is not the time to surf the web. If I don't call Olivia now, I never will.
아, 자성자는 무슨. 전화하자. 에이. 올리비아 오랜만이다. 잘 못 지냈지? 잘 못 지냈으면 좋겠다. 친구였던 것.
Hello? Hello? Mr. Canton, is that you? Who's there, please?
나야.
Olivia, it's me, Kate.
Kate? Gee, it's so weird to hear your voice after all these years.
Got your letter, Olivia.
Kate, I sent it 2 years ago.
걱정 마.
I know.
난 1년 전에
Things have
받았으니까.
been complicated.
Complicated. I see.
너는 2년 전에 쓰고 난 1년
And so
전에
when are you
받고
coming back
답장은
to
1년
York?
후에
You
한다.
know, to visit your
굿.
mother's grave?
You know I can't come back, Olivia. I'm still wanted by the police over the sale of the Vorarlberg factory.
Oh, I haven't forgotten, believe me. If only you knew how much the accusations hurt your mother. Visits from the police, the requisitions, and just when she was diagnosed, too. And yet the poor woman never stopped hoping that her daughter would come back one day. Or at least call to help her in her final days.
예, 한편하고 싶진 않은데.
I don't have to justify myself to you, Olivia, or to anyone else.
Kate, Ugh! Okay, listen to me. I thought you had plenty of time to think about how you abandoned all of us. Me, your mother, Dan, or even that poor Mr. Canton. And maybe felt at least some remorse.
뭐 임마?
But I guess I was dreaming. All you do is keep chasing castles in the sky and ignore those who care about you.
말 끝났냐?
Are you done?
Oh, Kate. I should have known. And I should never have asked you to call me. Goodbye, Kate. I hope you find whatever it is you've been looking for these past 3 years. One thing's
왜
for
싸움을
sure, though.
부추기냐고. 아니,
You wanted to be alone.
지가 뭐 잘났다고
That's how
저렇게
you
얘기하냐고 쟤는. 킥밖에 안 해. 아, 아침부터 말이야. 겨우 자고 일어났는데 이렇게 친구를 잃었다고? 친구도 아니었어 원래. 아, 배고픈가 보다. 화냈더니. 밥에 소주 한 가야 되겠다고? 아침에 그래야겠다. 소주 한 잔 말아야 될 듯. 다음 날. 그러니까 말이야. 아, 전화했는데 화만 잔뜩 나버렸네. 오스카 어디 갔어? 오스카라도 찾아야 되겠는데. 이젠 정말 오스카뿐이야.
Okay, let's go, kiddo. Another day, another page. A new day in Vaughan. I must take the tram to that music academy where Dana Rose was a student in the 1930s. With a bit of luck, they'll have kept her records.
열심히 찍어왔던 사진들. 그래도 나름 지금 음악 아카데미로 가면 딱 되겠군요. 그거는 이제 딱 타이밍이 완벽하게 딱 끊을 타이밍이 나왔어. 오늘은 일단 여기까지